Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? I'm coming for you. Mine. Alert 3. Check. Alert 3. Check. Fully. I'll go special. 2-6.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Brings up third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
12. Mike. Watch the run. They're running.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks' 48-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Here you go, Cam. 54. Go.
Dalton now, the pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams, and the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Come on now, let's go.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3 and out. Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check nickel. 24. Jim. Good job right there. Rush in.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
52's the mic. It's coming this way, coming this way.
On third down, Wilson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Penny. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Rashad Penny unable to get there, and the Bengals will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Back to Mixon on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 7, Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
We play to win. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Dalton to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So Dalton now. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 53 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The final act of the first half, Dalton. And caught, right side, Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff
looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Fuller, 27 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that trims the lead down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw here, Dalton. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're just...
And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
34 yards there and a 1st down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, alert.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Andy Dalton now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert.
Let's go. Let's go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mixon with a first down carry. Able to slither by. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Corey Grant, 77 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to... And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy onside.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Andy Dalton, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Gun. I got you. Mike 52. Here it comes.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on third down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it, second and short.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Andy Dalton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, Mixon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And now to the air, Dalton. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Evans in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now it's Wilson. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Check.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Mixon running right. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So